we'll have a discussion that what is the percentage of people, those who live in different parts of Belgium, what is the percentage of people they live in Brussels, which section of people they are majority in Brussels, and which section of people they are majority in Belgium, that we'll discuss. And here also we have found that the German speaking people, you see this part, this steep and red part, very few part, we can say very little part, the people of this area they speak German. So overally we'll have an idea that accommodation in Belgium, the middle one, the orange color, here the hints have been given, here the hints that the Brussels, the capital. Then the red color, these are the Wallonia region. Then the yellow color, that is the Flemish region, they speak Dutch. And the red steep color, red steep, they speak German. So these are the different backgrounds, various language groups they live in Belgium together. So how do they live, or how did they live so nicely by adjusting with the administrative system, the constitutional provision, that we'll have a discussion here. So let us go to the next part. Here we will see that case study of Belgium, how the Belgium it has accommodated different types of people within a same political boundary. So let us see the Flemish region, what we discussed just before some time, 59% people. It means I am talking about Belgium. 59% of people they speak Dutch. Then in Wallonia region, 40% of people they speak French. Then others, those who are red steeped color, they speak German. Then when we go to Brussels, the capital city of Belgium, 80% of people they speak French, and the 20% of people they speak Dutch. It means overally in Belgium, the Dutch speaking people are majority overall, that is 59%. But when we talk about especially the capital city, that is Brussels, the French people are more. It means 80% people there are French speaking people. So we'll see now how these different language groups in different region they live differently. How do they accommodate themselves? How do they adjust with them? How do they cope up with the administrative system and have their livelihoods and daily well-beings? So here we will see that accommodation in Belgium. So when the constitution was made, it is based on the needs and requirements of the people, how the people they will be benefited, how the rights of the people that will be saved, that will be protected. The people they took it in a better interest. So between 1970 to 1993, you can see here 1970 to 1993, Belgian constitution it has modified, it has made some amendments by keeping in view the betterment of the people, by keeping in view the need and requirement of the people. So the elements, whatever the components they have added in this Belgian model, it was the speaking people and French speaking people, the ministers, that should be equal in central government. You see how good one it is, how good decision it is. It means French speaking people and Dutch speaking people, their participation will be equal in central government. Definitely French people will be happy and Dutch people also will be happy because their participation, their representatives are equal in number. Then the central government, it will provide some power, it will provide some extra power or responsibility to the state governments, those who have the two regions of the country. Many parts of the central government have been given to the state government. It means central government will just transfer its responsibility and make the state governments responsible, that the state government will look after the common people of that area nicely because they work in the ground level. It is very difficult part on the central government or central government representatives to look after the state groups or state people uh, practically or from the ground level. So the state government have been empowered to look after the common people. Alright, so we'll see now the next page of this particular point, that Brussels it has a separate government where the communities have equal representation.
For example, we have discussed that the different language groups are there, different cultural groups are there. So by keeping in view that, a separate government was formed, that is called community government. So what is that community government? What is the function of it? What is the purpose of it? Community government, it has developed that the language community which has power, which is having the responsibility to develop, what to develop? The cultural development. It will develop the educational development. It will look after the language related issues. It means community government will take care of these three parts: cultural development, educational development, and all the language issues. Any problems they will face in the field of language, any issues they will find in the field of language, that will be solved by this community government. It means it became easier for them to solve the conflicts easily. Alright. So next, then we will see that here there is a question. It comes to our mind that when we talk about power is shared and it makes us powerful, don't you think when we give power to somebody, we become powerless or become less powerful? How can we say that if we will share power, then it will be very powerful, will be very strong? Definitely, the answer comes like this, that when the responsibility is shared, then a particular person, a particular group, a particular institution get relaxed, and the person, the group, the community to whom it has shared the power, they took responsibility. It means the responsibility in the central level, it gets divided and the work becomes easier. Alright. So then we'll see the second key point of today, why power sharing is desirable. Power sharing का जरूरत क्यों है? Alright. First point we'll see here, that first we'll see that it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between different groups. If you will share power among the local groups, among the states, among the different language groups, or whatever it is there, that the conflict between the two regions, the two language groups, that will be reduced, थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा, थोड़ा reduce हो जाएगा. Then second point, the tyranny of majority is not just oppressive for the minority. इसका मतलब ये होता है, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ मेजोरिटी माइनॉरिटी लोगों के ऊपर सिर्फ कब्जा करके रहेंगे, सिर्फ ऑप्रेस करेंगे, सिर्फ फोकस उनको डिप्रेस करके रखेंगे. इट इज नॉट दैट. पावर इज देयर टू मेक देम more responsible, to make them more alert, those who will be very careful for the development of the common people. The common people, they will get their basic rights. Alright. Then point number 3, it says that it often brings ruin to the majority as well. For example, the monopoly attitude of the majority groups, it becomes jagged. Majority group can't do monopoly because the power is shared to the next part or the next level of the government or section of society. Then power sharing is, it is the very spirit of democracy. It's the most important point. Power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. It means it makes the different levels of the government, different tiers of government, different organs of government responsible. And when all took responsibility, then the work becomes easier and the public becomes they get their rights very nicely, very easily. Alright. So then the next point we'll see that people have a right to consult on how they are to be governed. It is a nice one. Next question also for the people. The people will come to know that how do we get rule? How do we get governed? Who govern us? Who rule us? Who takes decision? So when the people will come to know that, they will be more aware about their rights and responsibilities as well. The rights and duties too. So a legitimate government is one where the citizens through participation acquire a stake in the system. Legitimate government, it means here the government should be elected legally. It means the common people, they will choose the government. Better we can say democracy is the people's government. It is the representative government in India. So here the people, they should understand that how can we take part in the political system of our country, and the public, the common people, they will get the utmost benefit out of it. Alright. Next question is that the prudential regions. Prudential regions have what that it states that power sharing will bring out better outcomes. Moral regions emphasize that the very fact of power sharing is valuable. It will make the people more aware. It will make the people uh, more cautious, that their rights to be reserved, their rights, whatever they expect, whatever they need to get, they should get, or they will get also, because they understand the system, they understand the political process, whatever it is existed in the system. So prudential reason, we can say that what is the here we can say income, and what is the expenditure, what is the process of the government, how much the government is spending for the development of the people, how much the government is taking in the form of taxes for the common people, that will be known to the common people, and they will responsible accordingly to do their duty for the government, and the government will also be responsible for the development of the common people in